Hey there. We're going to break from our normal interview format to talk about some exciting news. Last week, as you may or may not know, the Houston Ion had its grand opening, and they rightfully so entitled it Activation Festival. We want to give this particular episode all the time that it needs in order to showcase the Activation Festival, tell you about the Ion, and also tell you about the grander vision that they have for what they're dubbing the Innovation District. Let's get started. So let's start off with the Activation Festival itself, a week-long event celebrating, showcasing, and also trying to explain exactly what the Ion is going to be. And it's not a place that's open for business, it's a place that's open for collaboration, for community, to create an area where companies in Houston and also outside of Houston find this innovation district as a hub and a destination to bring their ideas and their companies and to take Houston innovation and ingenuity to make those ideas come to life. So the week began with a keynote entitled Innovation Districts and the Future of Cities. This brought together all of the dignitaries from Rice, as well as Houston council members that all had a part in making the Ion come to fruition. They started off by telling us that basically a few years back when Amazon was looking to have a second headquarters, Houston put in a bid, and it was going to be this surrounding area, formerly known as the Sears and Roebuck building. And this entire area, I guess, was going to be devoted, or at least pitched to Amazon for them to bring their headquarters here. When that failed, basically Rice went back to the drawing board and went back and thought about, well, what is it that Houston needs? What are we lacking? What does the business world need? And they came up with the Innovation District, with the Ion being the innovation hub. So this building is going to be the first in a multi-year development that's going to take this entire area and redevelop it and make it a real central place for businesses, for people, for ideas, and for the community to gather under one roof, under one area. So next up after that, we went to the Protyping Lab, which is an extension of the TXRX labs, which is kind of like started out as a MakerBot. But basically what that is just a really great creative space. So if you've got an idea, they've got the tools and they've also got the ingenuity and classes in order to help you make that idea come to fruition. So at this particular facility, they have a laser cutter. They have a 3D printer that is one of a kind and allows for large 3D printouts to happen also in a timely fashion. So they've really made some good speed adjustments in order to print out your 3D objects even faster. They also showcased an air device that basically kind of measures all of the particulates that's going on in either your work environment or your house environment in order for you to make better decisions in that regard. But that was, again, someplace where somebody had an idea, but they needed the tools and the ingenuity, so they reached out to the Protyping Lab to make that happen. So really great, exciting things there. And also at this same lab, they received a donation for 50 cents to the Protyping Lab. And basically they're taking in community kids and teaching them about technologies and STEM. You'll hear a lot about that. And at the end of it, they're making a robot that they're going to give to 50 cents. So that's exciting, and I look forward to seeing exactly what develops and what they share. But super exciting for 50 Cent to think that this innovation area is important enough, and his appreciation for what's going on with this new innovation to donate something like that. So really huge. Next up, we had the first of the founding keynotes. These are keynotes designed to position the Ion. The first one was Chevron, entitled Building Diverse Innovation Ecosystems is Houston's Moment. Here, the VP and CTO of Chevron shared the importance of diversity and inclusion, and also how Chevron is taking that initiative to heart and using it in their workflow processes every day. The next day had founder Microsoft giving a fireside chat keynote on empowering innovation ecosystems in Houston. And that's a great way to think of the ion as an ecosystem. And ecosystems are strong and at their best when there's a multitude of things that are adding into that ecosystem. We've got the diverse people of Houston. We've got the port of Houston. We've got the infrastructure of Houston. We've got the ideas, the technology, and all of the energy that makes Houston the great city. And now all of this under one roof, the ion, to make this a destination for innovation. And then lastly, founder BakerBots hosted a keynote on the importance of health entitled Power in Partnership, Accelerating Startups to Improve Health Equity. What all of these keynotes represent is exactly what the ion represents, a culmination of ideas from diverse thinking and diverse industries and diverse backgrounds, all coming together under one roof in order to share ideas, either just what they're working on or also to create that conversation. One of the great things about the ion is that it's an open environment. If you hear somebody talking on the forum stairs, hey, pop down there. You can talk to somebody also that's maybe learning about it, or maybe they're dealing with some of the same things that you are. Again, the ion, creating those collaborations or those intersections for thought. Next up, we want to turn to the ion itself and give you a tour and insight into this unique building and how it's going to really impact Houston's technology scene. As soon as you walk in, immediately you see the open environment. A lot of times you'll see people in the atrium hanging out, and those can open up conversations right away. But the one thing that you feel as soon as you walk in is that energy. You feel that things are happening here, that there's an excitement in the air. And that's really felt whenever there's a keynote going on at the forum stairs. Whenever you hear the echo of the person talking and you get closer and you hear it getting louder, and then you look down there and you see the person talking and you hear their ideas and you see everyone else that's taking it in, you can't help but be soaked into that environment and feel the energy. These forum stairs are really going to be a highlight, and I think one of the famous places here in Houston to gather. So throughout the week, it was really pressed upon that this is not the Rice Ion. This is not the Houston Ion. This is the ion. It's the community's ion. It's your ion. It's my ion. It's basically a place where anybody can go. Perhaps you're out of town and you want a place to come and just soak up some good energy. You can grab a seat down in the basement area for free. Anyone can come by, drop your laptop, and do some Zoom calls or anything like that on the free Wi-Fi. It's super great, and you may never know who you're going to run into or meet, or a conversation that maybe wouldn't have taken place had you not stopped by the Ion. After that, the second floor is going to be your shared office space. That's going to be the common desk area. So this is where anyone individually can have a space to come. And what this gets you is any desk. Now you're having the addition of a monitor. So now you have a desk and a monitor. Again, it's all first come, first serve, but also there's a series of meeting rooms that are also available via your membership. They have different tiers. There's the individual membership that gets you the share space, first come, first serve. Then you can move up and have a specific desk that is designated all yours. And then you can have like an office space area that is designated all yours. But again, the great thing about this is that you're only an earshot from the forum stairs. After that's going to be your level 3 and above, and these are going to be your big companies or anyone that's doing a formal build out, that they'll have their designated office space. The last thing that I definitely have to tell you about is the famous Cup of Joey. Every Friday, people gather from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 here at the Ion first floor. They'll go enjoy a Common Bond coffee or pastry, and then they'll say hello to a friend, and then more importantly, they'll say hello to a new friend. It's great energy. It's a great to unwind from the week, and it's a great way to kick off your Friday. And it's hosted by none other than Joey Sanchez every Friday. If you don't know him, you need to get to know him. And if you come here on Cup of Joey, you're guaranteed to see him and meet him. So that's the Ion, and also the future of the Innovation District. You can see why they took a week to celebrate this grand opening and this grand vision. So what does it mean for you? Again, it means if you've got an idea, you now have a place to go for you to incubate that idea. They have startups once a month. They'll have pitch ideas. There's so many things going on. I would recommend you definitely go to the ION website and look at their events, because there's something happening usually daily here at the ION. The other thing that I would recommend is now you have a seed place for venture capital. So there's many venture capital companies that are also welcoming ideas. All of that coming together at the ION. And again, lastly, it's a place for the community, a gathering spot, an innovation hub for all of the world to come and enjoy all of the beautiful people, the beautiful technology, and the beautiful surroundings that make Houston one of the premier places to do business. So I'll be there most Fridays. If you want to tap me on the shoulder, say hello. I'd love to talk with you, get to know you, hear your ideas, hear your thoughts, and anything that's going on in your world. So with that, great activation festival, Houston ION. To everyone that's making this dream come together, thank you. And thank you to everyone that has an idea that's up here that soon will be out there.
Watch you go, and every time you leave it's X and O's, X and O's. The vibe is so official, there ain't nothing coming close. And whenever we link it's X and O's, X and O's, X and O's, X and O's. X and O's, X and O's, X and O's, X and O's. X and O's, X and O's.